Alright, welcome to Tree Diagnostics 101. This is a very typical problem that arborists are called to diagnose and give recommendations to customers. There's a problem with this tree. We did a little bit of history on it, and we found out that there were building materials and dirt piled up around this tree, and there is some bark plates that are loose, and we're about to pull these off, and we're going to try and figure out what. Well, let me see. Here's one of our little spring lizards, and we know he's there. He's a little bit cold right now, so he's not active. That's how I can call him, but he's there because there's bugs there. And so let me just put him in my pocket for the time being, warm him up a little bit. He'll be okay. Here's his other buddy right here. Let me get him out of here. There we go. All right, I'll just stick him in here. They'll be all right there for a few minutes. All right, it's looking like we've got a pretty good area of decay here. I'm going to get one of my tools. You're going to need some tools like this to, and okay, here we go. We're starting to find the end of this area right here. This is what I've been looking for. Here's some scar tissue right here. You see it right here, and we'll probably end up, here's some more of it right here. See the scar tissue? The tree has begun to separate it. Let's take this off here. There we go. I'm hoping to find the end of this here pretty quick. There we go. Looks like it's starting to close up, and we're getting into some good tissue here. Let's see what I've got. Got some more lizards here. Where'd you go? I saw him. He's somewhere in there. All right. And what I found here is the end of the border. Let me see. I'm looking to see what we've got here. All right. This is more decay here. All right, we got plenty of ant colony, more rot. There we go. We got that out of there. Let's take this away. Take this away. Got more of this. Okay. Alright. Alright, looks like we found the border of this decay here. Alright, this is the anchor. Okay. That's hollow, but we know we've got some more decay in there. Got some more there. Let me get my hammer here. Excuse me. All right, now what we're going to find is what appears to be a massive amount of decay, and it started right down here where the root collar became covered and smothered with poorly delivered cultural practices, which means that people started piling dirt up around the bottom. And what we're going to find as we go through this is we're going to find an area of decay. And my job as the arborist is to find out to what extent this decay has compromised this tree's ability to stand up and withstand the forces of nature, wind, ice. In other words, is it a tree that has become so dangerous? There's our scar tissue and border. See there? That's good tissue right there. That right there, that's good tissue. That's scar tissue. That's not a piece of disease or anything like that. Let me see. And what we got is I'm pretty sure we're going to find as we try and, there we go. I think that's more of the border right there. All right, I'm going to hack this off of here. There we go. All right, I'm not exactly sure what this is here. I think it's just very young scar tissue that, if you will look here, we'll see that this scar tissue here, and as it ages and hardens, I don't think it has anything to do with the insect colony itself, but we're going to continue to go around here some. This tree is severely affected. All right, I'm doing soundings here, and all of this sounds solid. In most places, hear the difference there? Okay, I know that there's something going on there, and so I can, here we go. Okay, I can get this out of here. I can get this out of here. Okay, I'm starting to get solid here, and so I'm probably about at the end. All right, now as you can see, oh, there's a honeybee. He's lost. All right, as you can see, and I'm going to have to point it out to you. See these lesions here? They're little dark places. This is what is typically referred to as slime flux mold. Here's another place right here. See right there? See this black stuff right here? What it does, that's it right in there. What that does is that draws insects, the ants, the beetles, the harmful insects. Here's another lesion right here. And what these lesions do is draw insects that have various diseases on their feet and on their bodies. This appears to be fairly solid. Okay. No, there's one that I'm going to have to get in there. Let me see what's in here. There we go. All right, this is, see the dark fibers here? That's where the slime flux mold, and the evidence of it is right here. The slime flux mold, this fluid from the tree, its sap, becomes infected. And here's some more evidence of it here, this discoloration right there. See it? Right there. And the tree is fighting it. It's fighting it off. You can see the delineations of scar tissue. This right here is new scar tissue that's been formed. And the tree is fighting it off. And it's sort of asking us for help to do it. This tree looked real good when we first walked up to it, but look what we found when we started our diagnostic process, and we seen where down at the bottom where the root collar became covered and smothered, and then it began this rotting process, and then underneath the bark, unbeknownst to us and the owners, this began to wick up this liquid, and along with it came the insects. There you go. There's more of it there. And all of this is filled with insects and disease. And what we're going to have to do now is do a root collar excavation around the bottom of this tree, fully expose the collar to air and light, give it a chance to heal. We're obviously going to have to treat the stem of this tree with an insecticide that has a, we use pentrabark. It is a special surfactant that allows these insecticides to be absorbed directly into the bark. We're probably going to do a systemic injection at the bottom. All of this depends on what the owner can afford. It'd probably be $225 or so for the micro injection of an insecticide. Don't know exactly what we use. We're going to have to look a little bit more closely. We're going to do a topical application to this. We're going to finish the manual excavation of all of this. I believe we're nearly to the end of it. We've got some more here, but all this sounds solid. You hear that? That's solid. This is not. And when you get to those sounds like that, you can do this with a reasonable expectation that you're going to get some rotted, sloughy bark. And the only way that this tree is going to be saved, and I'm not saying that this tree is going to survive. What I am saying is we've located the problem. We think we know what the source is, and we have the resources that we're going to use to treat this, and we're going to watch it and monitor it carefully. And what I can do now is I can take my lizards. Here's one right here. This is a spring lizard. Pretty nice guy. He's warm now, so he's plenty active. I'm going to put him back here where he can do me some good. He lost his tail. The other guy has already climbed out of my pocket, and so he's good. He's gone. I guess the point I'm trying to make is there's a lot of good here, and there's a lot of bad, and separating the two is something that a professional arborist is going to be able to do. We don't want to kill everything in this environment. We don't want to spray enough poison around here to kill all of our beneficials. We need to be careful. We need to be very focused as to what we're going to do. And we believe that this good old tree, it looks like it is, let me see here. I'll get my DBH tape out right here. And this tree is 26 inches in diameter. It's about 80 feet tall. It's a part of a grove of 3 or 4 of these trees, and the owner sure would like to save it. It looks like he's going to have to spend about $400, $500, $600 to do it. And if that happens to be in the budget, we're on it, and we're ready to carry forth with the treatment and the effort to save this tree and save the environment around it.